Alright, let's do this. You know me. Gotta feed the viewers, boy. Put the content out. Alright, let's see which one should I do first here. You know what? Let's see. Should I do the MSI? Do the MSI Cloud, do PC games in first, or do I do wine first? You know what? Let me get wine out the way real quick for these wine lovers. Oh, by the way, hello viewers. Mornings. Another beautiful day. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good or excellent. Good. All right, listen to this. It says VKD3D 1.16 release with Dxil shader support. It says VKD3D released today by Wine/Codeweavers developers as this upstream Direct 3D 12 over Vulkan API implementation used by Wine for running D3D 12 Windows game / application on Linux. With VKD3D 1.6 Direct 3D to Vulkan translation library, there is now support for DirectX, immediate language Dxil shaders, and separately is also having initial support for geometry shaders within the HLSL compiler. Dxil shaders were previously experimental features within VKD3D. Support for DirectX immediate language Dxil shaders, initial support for geometry shaders in HLSL compilers, and miscellaneous bug fixes. Says VKD3D 1.16 also adds new HLSL features, experimental built-in support for disassembling SPIR-V shaders, new experimental GLSL and Mental SL features, and various fixes. And it says download more details on VKD3D 1.16 release via WineHQ. Alright, let's see what they're talking about here. Over here on WineHQ. Who is this? Let's see what they got here. Nice little list. It says here the VKD3D team is proud to announce that the release of 1.16 of VKD3D the Direct 3D to Vulkan translation library is now available. This release contains improvements that are listed. I was going to say limited. Listed in the release notes below. This main highlights are support for DirectX immediate language Dxil shaders, initial support for geometry shaders in the HLSL compiler, miscellaneous bug fixes, and then they have the sources, and it says what's new in the VKD3D 1.16. Says Dxil shaders are supported in default configuration. Previously, this required building VKD3D with the VKD3D shaders, unsupported Dxil processor. They also raised the maximum support for shader models to version 6.0. Graphics pipeline states objects can be created from shaders with embedded root signatures. This was already possible for compute pipeline state objects. And then the set event on multiple fence completion method of D3D 12 device 1 interface is implemented. It says when VKD3D KHR0 initial workgroup memory extension is supported, and the lib VKD3D support 0 initially computing shaders, the thread group shader memory. And then what do we got here? Yeah, Wine. They did a lot of work on this. Yeah, they sure did. So you guys got a lot of updates. It says here where we at? It says the VKKHR maintenance extension is now explicitly required. The lib VKD3D already unconditionally used feature provided by this extension, but unfortunately didn't explicitly require it. Support for this extension is widespread, and the extension is part of Vulkan. And let's see here, what do we got here? Nice little work, man. This is a nice little list. They put a lot of work into this one. Oh yeah. Let's see who really worked on this. Let's see. Andre, Anna, Connor, Elizabeth. She did some work on this. Fiefin, Francisco, Glovani, Who else worked on this? Oh yeah, they worked. Let's see. Henry. Who else worked on this? Nicolay. Who's that? Let's see. Petrior, Sean, and Victor. Yeah, they worked on this. So yeah, another update for you wine lovers. So that should help you for now. But I'll keep you guys in the loop on the next update. So they did work for let's see what they got here. They got the release notes. They got the lib VKD3D, and then they have the demos, and then they have the bills. Yeah, and this says changes since the VKD3D 1.15. So these are the people who worked on it. So yeah, because they got what they got here. They got group memory barrier. What they got initial support for geometry shaders, indirect addressing shaders for model 1 through 3 target profile, modulus truncation operation in shader models, target profile, various output codes. What else they got? Further improved constant folding propagation. The following intersync function are supported. Yeah, they put a lot of work into this, folks. So yeah, they have these wine developers, man. Yeah, they work. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video with the link plus the article in the description box. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars, Star Trek thing, or Turks like. I'm gone. Peace.